Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Say What? It's our Extra Bites feature for additional expressions for IELTS and daily conversations. Let's get into it. In today's episode, we are going to look at family collocations. Collocations that are common when you are talking about your family. The first one, immediate family. Here's an example. After the accident, only members of her immediate family were allowed to see her. Your immediate family are those people that live with you, or they're your siblings, your brothers. Those are the ones that are from your parents. You share the same parents, right? Those are your immediate family. Distant relative. Joanna says she's a distant relative of the Queen, but nobody believes her. I wouldn't believe her either. So your distant relatives are those relatives that are have far away connections. So maybe it's the brother of the cousin of your aunt on your dad's side, grandma, right? So distant. They're not close in relation, but if you should trace the family line, you are related. Okay? Close knit family. Close knit family. We are a very close knit family and support each other through our crises. Close knit, it means you're close, right? Knit comes from a word where you're kind of doing a sweater, right? So you're weaving things together. So it's very tightly or closely knitted, like a sweater. So another word you might hear is tight knit. That's also common. So if you hear close knit or tight knit family, it's the same thing. It means these are the people that you're very close to. You really love them, right? They're like your friends, but they're family, they're blood. So you tell them everything, you do everything with them. Close knit family. And you support each other. That's also really essential, very important when you're talking about close knit family. Bitter divorce. The marriage ended in a bitter divorce. Bitter, angry, hate, right? So that's why it's a bitter divorce. You're at each other's throats. You want to kill him, right? Don't kill him. Okay. But that's a bitter divorce. It's when the divorce is not mutual, it's not going smoothly, people are angry, tempers are flaring, right? It's bad. Sole custody. The judge awarded sole custody to the child's mother. As you can imagine, sole means only, one, single. And custody is who gets the responsibility to take care of something, in this case, of someone. And we usually say the judge awarded because it's like giving you the privilege of doing it. So the judge awarded sole custody to the child's mother, which means daddy doesn't have to take care of the child. He has to pay child support money to help take care of the child, but he doesn't have to live in the home or spend time unless they want to. All of that is the mother who has to do it. She gets to keep the baby. She gets to keep the child at home and cook dinner and take him to school and all that. I don't know if I would want sole custody. Joint custody, maybe? That's another one. Joint custody, it means both of you have equal share to taking care of the child physically. Okay? Broken home. Being raised in a broken home, I often questioned my future and where I would end up. Broken. Nah, it's not good. If something is broken, it doesn't work, it doesn't function, right? So a broken home is one where things are not going well in this home at all. It's kind of bad, right? It's a bad situation that you live in. Maybe daddy is drunk or mom is an alcoholic or abuses drugs or something. It's just not right. People fight all the time. They don't get along. It's a broken home. You may also hear dysfunctional home. It's kind of like that, right? And so you kind of become insecure or maybe even angry, have bad attitude. Lots of things can happen to people who come from broken homes. Gets pregnant. Ooh, I hope none of you are planning to get pregnant anytime soon. Unless you're married. right? Or in a committed relationship. Because here, she'll have to drop out of college if she gets pregnant this semester. Not necessarily a good thing, right? Unless that's what she wants. And so basically, it's to become pregnant, right? So that one is a pretty easy one. But you may not necessarily always use it like this. Sometimes she got pregnant, I don't want to get pregnant, things like that are other variations. So basically, you'll be converting the verb get or to become. Due date and give birth. Two for one in this sentence. The doctor set a due date of August 17th for me to give birth. Due date. It's just like your school assignment. You get a deadline, a due date. It's the same thing, right? It's the date when something must take place, right? For me to give birth, have the baby. It's to give birth. Sometimes you'll hear it's the due date for the baby to arrive. It's the same thing as to give birth to the baby. Whether you're going to give birth naturally or by C section, doesn't matter. It's your due date for the baby to arrive or for you to give birth. The baby's going to be here. It's the boy or girl. Raise the child. You can't raise the child all by yourself. You need help from his dad. Now, raise the child doesn't mean we're going to lift the child up. Everybody can do that. Raise the child is to take care of the child in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? Grow them up in to be good people, basically, right? So raise the child. And usually it's not good to do it by yourself. So in this case, this person would be a single mom or a single dad. A single mom, because you said dad right there. So this would be a single mom or a single mother, right? Which is another collocation for mother, single dad, single parent, right? So you can't raise the child all by yourself. So you don't want to have the responsibility for the child's upbringing all by yourself. You need dad to help out. Adopted child and birth mom. Another two for one. Ooh, you're lucky today. Tanya is feeling down. Her adopted child now wants to meet her birth mom. So Tanya is the child's mother, but not biologically. So she's not the biological mom. She's not the biological mother. I'm giving you another one right there. So she didn't give birth to this child. Somebody else gave birth to the child, but they didn't want the child, or maybe they couldn't take care of the child, so they gave the child up for adoption. Did you catch that one? And now I adopted him, or Tanya in this case adopted him, took the baby as her own and raised the child as her own child. But now that child is grown up and that child says, I want to meet my birth mom. That's the biological mom. That's the mom who actually went to the hospital and had a baby. How would you feel if your adopted child wanted to meet his birth mom? And that's the end. But before you go, try our exercises for family collocations. You will receive a document with some additional collocations as well as the ones we looked at today, and then there'll be a quiz at the end. Yay! Try it, see how well you do, and know your family collocations. Thank you for tuning in to Say What? Or Bite Size Collocation Stories. Thank you, and bye bye.